General Mathematics, Tagalog-English discussion. Ang ating aralin ngayon ay mula sa most essential learning competencies, solving exponential equation and exponential inequalities. Pero bago tayo pumunta sa ating topic, ay i-distinguish muna natin ang exponential function, exponential equation, at exponential inequalities. Ano ba ang exponential expression? An exponential expression is an expression of the form a times b raised to x minus c plus d, where ang b natin ay greater than 0 and not equal to 1. Ang mga exponential expression na meron tayo ay exponential equation, exponential inequality, at exponential function. Paano ba natin madidistinguish ang bawat isa? Ano ba ang exponential equation? Exponential equation is an equation involving exponential expression. Ang halimbawa ng ating exponential equation ay 7 raised to 2x minus x squared is equal to 1 over 343. As you can see in our example, this is an exponential expression dahil ang kanyang exponent ay may variable. And also, it is an equation kasi there is the presence of the equal sign. So, kaya siya exponential equation. How about exponential inequality? This is an inequality involving exponential expression. So, pag sinabi nating inequality, meron tayong makikita dapat na inequality symbol. In our example, 5 raised to 2x minus 5 raised to x plus 1 less than or equal to 0, meron tayong inequality symbol. Ano yon? That is less than or equal. And also, masasabi natin siyang exponential dahil ang kanyang exponent nandoon ang variables natin. How about exponential function? This is a function in the form f of x is equal to b raised to x where yung b natin ay greater than 0 and not equal to 1. So, ang mga halimbawa natin ito, f of x is equal to 1.8 raised to x or y is equal to 1.8 raised to x. So, ang b natin, as you can see, it is greater than 0 and it is not equal to 1. Okay, let us analyze now. Tingnan natin. Pagkatapos nating ma-identify or ma-define ang bawat exponential expression, i-determine natin whether the given is an exponential function, an exponential equation, exponential inequality, or none of these. So, meron akong 5 given dito. Let us analyze one by one. Ano ba itong mga ito? Let us now answer. So, ito yung 5 ibinigay ko sa inyo. Let us identify the first given. Ano kaya itong f of x is equal to 2x cubed? Ito ba ay exponential function, exponential equation, exponential inequality, or none of this? So, tingnan natin yung number 1. Okay, so ang sagot dito sa number 1 ay none of these. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya exponential expression. At tama naman sapagkat kung mapapansin ninyo, ang ating exponent ay constant. Dapat pag exponential siya, ang kanyang exponent, nandoon ang kanyang variable. But this time, hindi nasa exponent ang ating variable. So, hindi siya exponential expression. So, ang sagot, none of these. How about number 2? So, ang number 2 natin ay exponential function. Bakit siya exponential function? Of course, there is the presence of f of x, which is the name of the function, and Siya ay exponential kasi ang kanyang variable ay makikita sa exponent. Actually, ito ay nasa form ng b raised to x. Ang b natin dito ay 2, wherein yung b natin ay greater than 0 but not equal to 1. So this is an exponential function. How about number 3? So yung ating number 3 is also an example of exponential function. Ang base nga lang natin dito ay base e. So ang tawag dito ay natural exponential function. Hindi katulad ng number 2, ang ating base ay 2, which is b. So punta na tayo sa number 4. Okay, so ang ating number 4 is exponential equation. Equation, of course, kasi merong equal. And at the same time, exponential siya kasi ang kanyang variable ay makikita natin sa exponent. Punta tayo sa last number. So this is an exponential inequality. As you can see, meron tayong inequality symbol which is greater than or equal to. And exponential siya dahil ang variables ay makikita natin sa exponent. So this is exponential inequality. Punta tayo sa ating lesson. Paano ba mag-solve ng exponential equation? So bago yan, let us first define the one-to-one property of exponential function. Sabi sa property, if x sub 1 is not equal to x sub 2, then yung b raised to x sub 1 mo is not equal also to b raised to x sub 2. Conversely, if your b raised to x sub 1 is equal to b raised to x sub 2, then yung x sub 1 mo equal din sa x sub 2. So ano daw ang strategy para makompute natin ang exponential equation? So one strategy to solve the exponential equation is to write both sides of the equation as powers of the same base. So malinaw dito sa strategy na to, kailangan sa isang equation, alam natin ang equation merong left side, merong right side. So yung left side mo daw at yung right side dapat magparehas ang base for you to be able to continue solving the exponential equation. Punta tayo sa unang halimbawa. Solve the equation 4 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 16. So, paano natin isosolve itong equation na to? Or paano natin kukunin ang value ng x sa ating equation? So, sabi sa strategy, we are going to make our bases the same. So, we can solve for x. So, isusulat ko lang uli ang given natin. This is 4 raised to x minus 1 equals 16. So, gagawin nating parehas ang base natin according to the strategy. So, since ang 4 at 16, ang 16 natin ay divisible by 4, so pwede ko itong isulat na 4 squared. So, if I'm going to rewrite this one, this is 4 raised to x minus 1 equals 4 squared. Ayan, parehas na sila ng base. And then, after making our base the same, kukunin na natin ang kanilang exponent. So, x minus 1 equals 2. This is the exponent on the left side of 4 and 2 is the exponent of 4 on the right side. And then, pwede nating isolve ang x. Ang x natin, we are going to transpose negative 1 to the right side. So, x is equal to 2 plus 1. So, what is now our x? X is equal to positive 3. So, this is the value of our x in the equation. Now, pwede natin yang isolve. Since ang 4 at saka 16 ay divisible din by 2, there is another solution that we can use to solve for the value of x. So, pwede natin gawin ang other solution. So, yung 4 raised to x minus 1 ko, ay pwede kong siya isulat na 2 raised to 2. This is our 4. And then, ano ba ang exponent ng 4? X minus 1. So, ilagay lang natin yan, i-multiply na lang natin yan sa 2. Okay. So, on the right side, ang 16 ay 2 raised to 4. Alam natin yun, because 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, it's 8, and then 8 times 2 is 16. So, as you can see, parehas uli yan ng base. Ayan. So, since parehas na sila ng base, pwede na natin kunin ang mga exponent nila. Ang exponent sa left side ay 2 times x minus 1. Sa right side naman ay 4. So, para ma-compute natin yung value ng x, we are going to distribute 2 sa lahat ng value sa loob. So, 2 times x, that's 2x. 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2, equals 4. Continuing the process, we are going to transpose negative 2 to the right side. So, magiging 4, and then negative 2 magiging positive 2. So, 2x is equal to 6. And then, dividing both sides by 2. Ano ang x natin? So, this will be cancel. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so we have the same answer. X is equal to 3. But as you can see, I have two different solutions, but we arrive on the same answer. So it's up to you, as long as the final answer is correct, be it. Okay? So how are you going to know or identify if your answer is correct? So pag equation to, paano ba tayo mag-check? So replace natin yung ating sagot doon sa ating original equation and then solve for this. So, let's do the checking. So, checking tayo. So, the original equation, exponential equation, is 4 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 16. So, for our x is 3. So, 3 minus 1 equals 16. 4, 3 minus 1 is 2, is equal to 16. And of course, 4 squared, that is 4 times 4. So, 16 equals 16. So, we have the same value on the left and on the right, meaning our value of x is correct in our example. Punta naman tayo sa second example. Solve the equation 125 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 25 raised to x plus 3. As you can see, in our example, ang 125 at 25 ay divisible by 5. So, I will write our given, this 125 raised to x minus 1 equals 25 raised to x plus 3. So, pwede ko siyang isulat with the base 5 since all of this is divisible by 5. So, ilang 5 ang imumultiply ko sa sarili para maging 125. So, 5 times 5 is 25. Dalawa yon. Times 5 again, that's 125. Ibig sabihin, 3 beses ko i-multiply yung 5 sa sarili. So, I can have 125. So, ano ang exponent ng 125? X minus 1. So, i-multiply natin yung x minus 1 sa 3. On the right side naman, 25, we all know that it is 5 squared. 5 times 5, that's 25. And then we are going to multiply that to x plus 3. So, parehas na sila ng base. So, kukunin na natin ang kanilang mga exponent. Sa left side, that's 3 times x minus 1. Sa right side, this is 2 times x plus 3. And then, we are going to use the distributive property. Multiply natin yung value sa labas, sa loob. So, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3. Equals 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 3 is 6. And then solving for our x. Pag samasamahin natin lahat ng x, ilagay natin sa left side. At lahat ng walang x, ilagay natin sa right side. So, 3x, nasa left side na siya. Yung 2x na lang ililipat natin sa left side. So, if we transpose, sign will change. So, 2x will become negative 2x equals, yung 6 nasa right side na siya. Ang ililipat na lang natin dito, yung walang x, which is the negative 3. Of course, when we transpose at lumampas tayo sa equal sign, ang sign natin ay mag-iiba. So, this become positive 3. And then solving 3x minus 2x is equal to x, and 6 plus x plus 3 is equals to 9. Okay, so this is our final answer for this equation. The question here is this correct? Tama kaya ang ating given? So let us check if our answer is correct. So let's do the checking. Ang gawin natin checking, eto ng sumunod nating equation para parehas na sila ng base. Ibig sabihin, pag nagparehas din sila ng exponent, ibig sabihin, equal sila. So, tama yung ating 9. So, let us see. This is 5 raised to 3 times. Ano ba yung x natin na nasolve? That's 9 minus 1. Equals, sa right side, this is 5 raised to 2 times, ang x natin ay 9 plus 3. So, 5, 3, 9 minus 1 is 8, equals 5 raised to 2 times 9 plus 3 is 12. So, 5. 3 times 8 is 24. And on the right side, 5. 2 times 12 is 24 also. So, as you can see, they are equal. So, that means that our answer for number 2 is correct. Punta naman tayo sa solving exponential inequalities. So, there are property of exponential inequalities. The first one, if our b is greater than 1, then the exponential function y is equal to b raised to x is increasing for all x. This means that b raised to x is less than b raised to y if and only if our x is less than y. Kung mapapansin natin dito sa ating first property, ang ating b ay greater than 1. So, kapag ganito, ibig sabihin, ang ating b raised to x ay less than b raised to y. Punta naman tayo sa pangalawa, which is if b is between 0 and 1, or our b is greater than 0 but less than 1. Then the exponential function y is equal to b raised to x is decreasing for all values of x. This means that b raised to x is greater than b raised to y if and only if our x is less than y. So we should be careful daw in solving exponential inequalities such as b raised to m or b raised to n, because the resulting direction of the inequality, whether it is m is greater than n or less than m, it will be based whether it is greater than 1 or less than 1. So, ang ating direction, kung saan naroroon ang ating mga solution, ay babase kung ang b natin ay greater than 1 or less than 1. So, let us proceed to example number 1. So, we are going to solve for the inequality 3 raised to x less than 9 raised to x minus 2. So, if we are going to solve this one, I will rewrite again our given. Our given here is 3 raised to x less than 9 raised to x minus 2. So, the same procedure sa ating equation, gagawin nating parehas ang base natin. So, since 9 is divisible by 3, we can rewrite this inequality as 3 raised to x less than 3 squared, because 9 is 3 squared. And then, merong exponent ang 9 na x minus 2. So, we're going to multiply 2 by x minus 2. Ayan, so they have the same base already. The bases are 3 and 3. Okay? So, we're going to proceed now. Kunin na natin ang ating mga exponent. So, x less than 2 times x minus 2. The purpose is to solve for the value of x. So, x less than 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 4 is 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Okay, so as you can see in our example here, our 3, which is the base that we have, 3 is greater than 1. So if our base, which is 3, is greater than 1, then our inequality symbol, which is less than, will not change. Ito pa rin yung ating inequality symbol. So, ibig sabihin, yung x less than 2x minus 4 will be the same. Less than pa rin siya. So, let us now solve for the x. So, pag samasamahin natin, lahat ng x, lagyan natin sa kanan. Lahat ng walang x, lagyan natin sa kaliwa. So, lilipat natin yung negative 4 sa kaliwa. This will become positive 4. 2x. Lipat natin ang ating x sa right side. Magiging negative x. So, 4 is less than x. Or x is greater than 4. That is our answer. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng x daw natin ay mataas sa 4. So, if we are going to write the solution set of that, the solution set is x is an element of real number such that yung x natin must be greater than 4. Another way of writing this one is yung 4 and then positive infinity. Okay, this is bracket. Okay, and then this is another way of writing. If you are going to put that into a number line, so this is 0, 4, hindi kasama si 4 kasi sabi more than 4 or greater than 4. So all of the number here, pataas, those are considered values of our x. So ano ba yung mga number na mataas sa 4? So that's 5, 6, so on and so forth. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga numbers na yun are possible values of x. Let us check nga. Let us have another, or let us have an example. Let's have the checking. Suppose my x is 5. 5 is higher than 4. So we can have 5 as our values of x. So if we're going to check this, our inequality, 3 raised to x is less than 3 raised to 2 times x minus 2. So let us substitute our x, 3 raised to 5. It's less than 3 raised to 2. That's 5 minus 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 raised to 5 is less than 3. 5 minus 2 is 3 times 2, that's 6. Okay, as you can see, in our example and in our checking, 3 raised to 5 is less than 3 raised to 6. So that means that our answer is correct. The value of our x is greater than 4. Punta naman tayo sa pangalawang halimbawa. Solve the inequality 1 over 10 raised to x plus 5 greater than or equal to 1 over 100 raised to 3x. So kung isosolve natin ang ating problem, mapapansin ninyo na ang 1 over 100 ay divisible by 10. Ibig sabihin, pwede ko itong isulat as 1 squared over 10 squared because 10 squared is 100 and 1 squared is 1. So, I can rewrite this also as 1 over 10 squared. Okay? So, papalitan natin ng 1 over 100 natin ng 1 over 10 squared. I will rewrite our given. So, this become 1 over 10 raised to x plus 5 greater than or equal to 1 over 10 squared times 3x. Now, as you can see, ang 1 over 10 natin dito ay less than 1. Okay? So, paano pag less than 1 siya? So, pag less than 1 siya, babaliktarin natin ang ating inequality symbol, which is, ang ating inequality symbol ay greater than or equal. So, magiging less than or equal na siya. Okay? So, x plus 5, less than na siya. Less than. Bakit? Because our base is less than 1. So, magiging 2 times 3x. So, solving for this is x plus 5 less than or equal to 6x. So, pagsasama-samahin lang natin lahat ng x sa kanan at lahat ng walang x, iwan natin sa kaliwa. So, this is 5 less than or equal to 6x. Ilipat natin yung x sa right side, magiging negative x. So, 5 is less than or equal to 5x. Dividing both sides by 5. So, this becomes 1 less than or equal to x. Or baliktarin natin, ang x daw natin ay mataas o equal sa 1. So, that is our answer for our second example. So, ang solution set natin dito, since kasama na si 1, so 1, kasi may equal sa ilalim, kasama siya sa set or solution set natin. So, lagyan natin siya ng bracket. Pag walang bracket, pag hindi siya kasama, it should be parentheses. But since kasama si 1, lagyan natin siya ng brackets. So, comma, and then, lahat ng mataas sa 1. So, positive infinity. Okay, so this is our solution for example number 2. This is the end of the topic, our reference, General Mathematics of DepEd.